survive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Yes, it is. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Pop to Do. On this show, we tell you the truth. We let you decide whether you want to believe it or whether you want to add to it or whether you want to do it. But my thing is always this: I give you information to see if I'm telling you the truth. If I'm giving them, and we talked about different things I've been saying about them. And it's funny how I bring up stuff, and then within a week or week and a half of what I've been saying over and over on the show, all of a sudden they start talking about or start doing. So clearly we are letting people know, and more people are falling in line with what we're talking about. So that being said, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It is Tuesday, so we are at Georgia's Happy Hog, located 712 Corbettson Drive in Oklahoma City, one of my favorite places. Of course, you all already know that. You've been listening to my show for a while. You know that I love Georgia's. To me, it's the best barbecue place in the city. I love coming here. I love the food. In fact, it is. And you can contact them at 405-525-8111. They are closed Sundays and Mondays, open Tuesday through Fridays from 11 to 7, and then 11 to 5 on Saturdays. For catering events, like I said, call them at 405-525-8111. Now today it's not dine-in today because the Oklahoma City Water Department is working on a line just north, so there's really no bathroom and the water is messed up. So they're just pretty much having everybody come in and take it to go. So that being said, this is the broadcast or the live stream is brought to you by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can contact them. Oh, and by the way, you can contact them online if you want to pre-qualify at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or go into the locations, the main bank at 401 Elm in downtown Yukon, YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway, however you do it. YNB Mustang, located in Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there in front of the hospital. And then YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and McCarthy. You cannot miss it. One of my favorite places, and anyway, love it there, love the people there, and you will love it. They will take very good care of you. And go in and see my guy Nathan Taylor or Kent Hess or Carson Wright or the Horn Man Joe Horn. Of course, we're talking about going into the main bank there in downtown Yukon. Now, in breaking news, it's really not breaking news. I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I got kind of distracted on some other stuff. But one of the things that has been bothering me is that, Oklahoma State basketball team loses two players to the transfer portal, Brandon Garrison, who was a McDonald All-American, and our Javon Small, one of guards. And, I like I've said, I'm always a proponent of the transfer portal. I'm not against it at all. And like I said, when I was recruited to Oklahoma State, Jim Killingsworth is my coach. And when he transferred, Eddie Sutton came in when he was at Arkansas and tried to convince me to come. And actually, he convinced my parents. He didn't even talk to me. He convinced my parents that I should go there. So part of what I'm trying to say here is that I have zero problem with people. You go, and I've talked this many times, the kids don't go to school because of the school. Unless it's your dad's legacy or unless you were a big fan of that growing up or whatever, yes. But for the most part, if you're a 5-star player, a 4-star player, you're not going to OSU or OU because it's OU or OSU. You're going there because of the coach. And like I've said, is that part of my issue with Doug Gottlieb and him trying to come in and act like he's going to be the savior is that This is my problem. If he was really the guy, the kids know him, but they don't go there for him. And Doug Gottlieb is, I saw an article in the paper from the Daily Tulsa World or whatever about Gottlieb saying he ain't bringing nobody. Nobody likes him. I'm telling y'all, no one likes him. And you can listen to his BS. One guy you said that came out that you know of that came out and said, "Oh yeah, I hired Doug." Nobody's saying that because nobody really wants him. Now I have the microphone and I'm telling you, nobody basketball player wants him because, it's a no. And these guys leaving, he was there this whole whatever for however long, being a consultant as one of these reporter guys who does sports talk to me about, I was, he was trying to convince me. I said, man, don't convince me. He's got you, Snow. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. You're crazy. And for a person who I thought knew about sports, you know zero about it. Don't talk to me again. Because my thing is really simple, is that he does not have the support of us. He doesn't. And like I said the other day when we were at the basketball reunion and they were celebrating the Final Four team. And to me, it's like, why are you talking? And people were like sitting around like, why are you up here talking? Nobody wants you up here. It was the most uncomfortable thing ever, him getting up there. And now we all knew why he was there. He's sitting there trying to promote himself there with our coach right there, our current coach right there. Nobody wants him. It was the worst. It was horrible. It was just absolutely horrible. And I've talked about this several times. It was just terrible. I see that I'm joined by my guy Nathan Taylor of YNB. What's up, homie?
Hey man, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just I saw that article and I wanted to talk about this yesterday on the show, but I didn't get a chance to because there was so much else going on. I ended up not talking about it. But it's just it's just frustrating to me. What are your thoughts on hiring Doug Gottlieb as a coach?
And I don't know what article you're talking about.
There was an article in the Tulsa World. Before I got on, I Googled the OSU transfer, and it was him talking about why he thinks he could bring the Oklahoma State fans back to Gallagher-Iba and fill it up again. No, he can't. No, he can't.
You're talking about Gottlieb,
Yes,
right?
yes. If you search Oklahoma State basketball, it pops up in the transfer portal. And I'm like at the Thunder game, and we're talking about Saturday or whatever. And I was like, listen, you've got guys who are I guess it was yesterday, I'm sorry. I got to say, you got guys who are leaving. He was there as a coach. They know him, but yet they're leaving. Why is that? Because nobody wants to play for him, bro. I'm telling you, he's got these people who are in love with Oklahoma State and in love with what he did as a basketball player. He's got all of them convinced. You just spent 7 years with a guy who didn't know who never coached before. And that crap that you sent me about, remember you were telling me about Trevor and him talking about how he's got coaching. I read that. I'm like, he doesn't have any coaching experience. And if you think that's coaching experience, then you need to never talk about basketball and coaching again if you think that's coaching experience. That's you trying to promote your way of thinking and trying to act like you are somebody who's got power to convince somebody to hire somebody. If you are and you really care about Oklahoma State basketball, why would you want them to make the same mistake twice? Why would you do that?
Here's the thing, Matt. I don't think they should hire Doug Gottlieb. Let me just start with that. Secondly, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a Mike Endy. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get an Oklahoma State guy.
I understand that.
I don't know if there is.
There isn't one. Drew brought up Randy Rutherford. Randy Rutherford coaches high school basketball. I mean, I love Randy, okay? But he doesn't know anything about coaching college. I mean, he doesn't, Listen, this is the whole thing. You had Bill Self, and then, unfortunately for us, he won the national title, okay? Let's face it, okay?
Yeah.
That's what happened. He was getting ready to sign with Oklahoma State. He won the national title, and he got the same contract that we were going to give him to coach Kansas, basically. So, come on. Then you hired the guy that you needed to hire. And instead of paying him, you go, well, go ahead and sign with them, thinking, bluffing him. No, you didn't want to hire him. You didn't want him to come back because Oklahoma State was coming back on the news. You had filled out, coming back on the map. You sold out 2 games or 3 games. Hadn't done that since before Travis Ford, when you had a 12 or 13-year waiting list for season ticket sales.
You're talking about Underwood,
I'm
right?
talking about Underwood. And then you don't hire him, and guess what? They're ranked third? They're in third in the NCAA at Illinois. That's what he would have done for Oklahoma State. But his boss, T. Boone Pickens, didn't want Oklahoma State doing that. That's what happened. Now, I'm not trying to speak ill of the Dale, but anyway, my bottom line is we've lost 2 guys. And, I really, really like Coach Boynton. Really, really liked him as a person. But, Amanda and I have said many times, you were paying him to learn how to coach. That's what you were doing.
Yes, pretty much.
That's what you were doing. Now, everybody says Oklahoma State is a step.
A lot of people that doesn't mean they get a job.
Well, they talk about Oklahoma State's a step on job. No, it's not. You're full of crap if you think that. You have.
Now it is though.
Well, no, it's still not. No, it's not. Listen, when you hired Underwood, did Underwood want to use this to step on to go somewhere else? No. That's not what he was doing. He was planning on staying here. Your AD is the one that sent him off. So that's a bunch of crap. I don't believe that at all.
I mean,
Listen, you have the best with Sports Illustrated named the Gallagher Iba, the best college basketball arena in the country. Okay, when it's packed, it's the number 1 loudest arena in the country. So, okay, you have that going for you. Then you're in the Big 12. You have a tradition of basketball. You have that going for you, and then you want to throw that away as like a stepping stone. Why would you want to leave here? To go where? To do what? To coach where? Unless it's a North Carolina or something like that. I mean, think about this. What was our guy's name that left Kansas to go to Roy Williams? Because he said he left Kansas to go to North Carolina, which was his place, his dream job. So, yeah. So do you call Kansas a step-on job? He did that. He used Kansas to get the North Carolina job, so that's the same thing.
I mean,
Go ahead.
What would you categorize? I mean, give me another program around the country that's probably equivalent to OSU.
Right now? Or period?
Well, just in your mind, like overall. In your mind overall.
I think we're equivalent.
Like,
huh? Say what?
Like an Ohio State, maybe?
No, more like,
like
I'm talking about. Ohio State doesn't have the history that we have as far as the winning.
Sure.
Man, I'd say we are more of a UCLA type of thing.
You can't go there.
Well, no.
Listen.
Listen. Let me try to say, because you had a history of winning, and then now you're haven't hired the right people to get you over the hump, so you're not as relevant as you once were back in the day. That not as far as winning. I'm talking about as far as where you've been the last 10 years. That's where we were compared to where we before. Because UCLA, Oklahoma State, you're a perennial Final Four or Elite 8, Sweet 16 team every year almost for 15 years, and now you're nothing.
I think that's probably a little high.
It is, yeah. You're right. It's a little high. So let me see. More like a.
You forget you don't forget. You know this, but they won 10 national titles in a row.
No. But listen, I'm talking about what happened was with UCLA when they hired Larry Brown. Remember, Larry left Kansas, went to Kentucky. Remember, went to UCLA. Remember, and then they hired multiple coaches after that. And UCLA was in the Sweet 16 every year. Then all of a sudden they dropped off. And they disappeared. And they really have been irrelevant for 12 years, kind of here and there, hit and miss.
Yeah,
but they're pretty much they were a stalwart in the NCAA. Now they're not. Just like we were for what?
Yeah, weren't they pretty good a couple years ago?
Yeah, but I'm saying is you have your. I mean, we went to the NCAA 3 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So that's what I'm saying. You went from being there consistently like a North Carolina or like Duke is just now coming back. Remember they went on a hiatus. You see what I'm saying? They went on a hiatus. It's like OU football when they disappear. You don't hire the right guy, you're in trouble. You got to hire the right people. You got to have the right coach. You got to. And that's my thing. So you know what, Nathan? Let me think about that. I have to. You threw something at me. Let me really have to think about that, and I'll give you a good answer tomorrow. I'll come up with a good answer tomorrow. I just don't right off the top of my head. I'd have to. That's a deep thought because right now, I was looking at somebody who's trying to get back to where they were consistently in the top 10, 15. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was, or top 20.
Does OSU have any national championships in basketball?
2.
2?
Yep. And it's not made up. It's not made up like the football one, by the way. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, no.
Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No, dude, that's true.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
That's 100%.
Yeah, but we went back to back.
Even if I wasn't an OU fan, I would still say the same thing.
Yeah, it's.
Is that with Iba? Is that what it was?
Yes, they won back to back. Oh, we won back to back. Yeah. So, but it was a long time ago, no doubt.
I mean, honestly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, isn't OU kind of a good comparison?
No, because OU has never won a national title, even though they've been to the Final Four one more time than we have in the last 20-something years.
Yeah,
they've been to the national championship game.
Minus the national championships, I mean.
No, OU doesn't. When you think, listen, what I'm saying is when you think of a school, you think of them as basketball. You think of Oklahoma, you think them as a football. You don't think them as basketball.
Oh, it's a football team. Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
That's the comparison, which is what T. Boone Pickens was trying to erase through through our former AD.
What about a Georgetown or something like that?
Georgetown didn't have football, and it's not quite this. But yeah, that would be a decent comparison. Yeah. But like I said, I'd really have to sit down and actually think about it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just off the top of my head, I'd actually have to get down, and I could probably give you 4 or 5 schools. If I sat down and actually had to think about it, which is what I'd have to do to give you something that was that you could sit there and go, oh, okay, that makes sense. So that would take me a little bit.
How many Final Fours does OSU have?
4, 5, 6.
Okay, dude, this is eerily similar. I'm looking at Georgetown. So Georgetown has 1 national championship, 3 runner-ups, 5 Final Fours.
Yeah, but you understand, but that was over a short period of time, and then that ended.
Yeah, well, no, this is from 1943
Oh, okay.
to 2020.
But when did they start going all that, though? They started doing that under John Thompson.
It was mainly...
That was in the 80s, 90s.
70s, 80s, yes.
It was basically in the 80s and 90s is when John Thompson got there. Is when they made that run.
Yeah.
Kind of like Eddie Sutton. When you had the Eddie Sutton run, it was kind of like that for Oklahoma State. Because OSU had 18 straight losing seasons before I got there. Okay?
Oh, God.
And we won every year I was there. Okay? We had a winning season every year I was there. Plus
because of you, man.
No, I'm saying it's because me and the commander. I mean, we were good, bro. We were good. And we won the Big 8 tournament. Won the Big 8 tournament, and then they won another how many years with losing seasons before they hired Eddie. So I'm just saying is that or Leonard. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh wait, I take that back. Excuse me. It was 18 years in not losing season in a row. It was 18 years between Big 8 championships. That's what it was, not losing seasons. It was 18 years between Big 8 championships, and then another 18 years between Big 8 championship, or 7 before they won another Big 8 tournament.
Oh man, I didn't know that. So Eddie was an assistant under Iba.
Yes,
right?
He played for Iba.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
He was on the team that beat Wilt Chamberlain. When Oklahoma State beat when the Oklahoma Aggies at that time beat Wilt Chamberlain and the Kansas Jayhawks. I think they were ranked number 1 in the country.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So he was on that team, and in fact, we have one guy left, I think, off that team that's alive. I think one or two, and he was the guy. He cracks us up because every time I talk to him, he goes, "Yeah, I held Wilt to 35." I mean, when you laugh about it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny because the score
No,
was
that's
55
funny,
to
but it's
whatever.
true.
It's like, yeah, I held Wilt Chamberlain. I was like, oh, you did good. He goes, yeah, I did really good. I held him like 35. I start laughing. But Wilt was so dominant of his time. It's not even close.
Oh, dude.
Not
Yeah,
even
for
close.
sure.
So it's really bad. But anyway, that's kind of what I was talking about. Trying to bring up was that Oklahoma State, the Doug Gottlieb thing. When I read that, I just finally had to say enough. I'm tired of it. My deal is this: Oklahoma State is a basketball school, not a football school. It's really a wrestling golf school. Is what it is. Okay, that's what it really is. But as far as bringing in money, it's a basketball school. Then football. OU, no matter what OU does in basketball, they're a football school. I mean, think about this.
Football.
You had Wayman Tisdale. You
No
couldn't
question.
you couldn't fill out the arena. You couldn't sell out the arena. You had Blake Griffin. You couldn't sell out the arena. You had Trey
Trey
Young.
Young,
You couldn't
man.
sell out the arena. We had Barry
Well, that
Sanders,
so
and we had Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas, and you couldn't sell out the football field.
yeah, no, dude. So my freshman year at OU was '01, and I mean I came in at a perfect time, dude, because I mean that basketball team, Kelvin's basketball team,
Dude, what a
for
great
like
coach
the
he is,
5 years
man.
I was in school. Oh my God,
What a
dude.
coach he is,
I mean
man.
that one
He can
year,
coach, bro.
that 1 year they had their starting lineup was Quantus White, Hollis Price, Jabari Smith. I'm sorry, Jabari Brown, Aaron McGee, and there was
Oh,
another
they did
guard.
have a squad, didn't they?
Oh my God, dude! Yes, that was a great squad. And then I think Ebby Robb was on that
Oh,
team,
Ebby.
and dude, Ebby was great. He was our sixth man, I think. But Hollis Price, dude, Hollis Price is one of the
He was
one of the
so good,
forgotten
dude.
about
He was
players.
so
He's
good.
so
He
good.
was so good, man.
Yes,
He's probably one of OU's most underrated players, I think.
yes,
I think he
absolutely,
really
he
was.
was.
I think he was really
That was the
underrated.
2000. I think that was the 2002 Final Four team, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the team that y'all lost to Danny Manning, that squad that y'all lost to
That was
Danny Manning,
80,
that was 85, I think.
80, yeah, it was.
4,
He
85,
was on that team.
86. 85, 86, because let me see, Danny Manning got there in 83, 84 is when he got there. So that had to be
Yeah,
84, 85.
do you remember? You're saying that too, and I'm remembering things from my generation or my era. So do you remember that 2000? I think it was 2003. The championship run by Syracuse and when Melo was
When they
there.
had Melo, yeah. The one year
Oh
he
my
was
God,
there,
dude!
they beat
The
everybody, dude.
teams they beat,
Oh my
but the
God.
teams they beat.
But
Oh my God, that
but
Texas team, that
but Nathan,
Kansas team, the
Nathan,
OU team.
but Nathan, dude, Melo was a man among boys.
Oh, for sure, sure.
He's a man
Dude,
among
that
boys,
team was
bro.
beating
He was unbelievable.
that.
And all he did was do the same thing when he went to NBA. He did the same thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but listen to this roster, man. Um, I'm looking up the Kansas team. If I can find it here. Nick Collison, Kirk Heinrich, Keith Langford, Aaron Miles, Wayne Simeon. I mean,
Oh,
Jeff Graves. I don't know who that
they
was.
had a squad,
Um,
man. They had a squad.
oh my God, dude.
Wasn't Larry the coach?
Yeah.
Larry Brown was the coach, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I
That was
think
before he
so.
went to UCLA. No, wait a
Yeah,
minute. No, no,
yeah,
no,
for
no, no.
sure. No.
No.
It
He
was Roy
wasn't the
Williams. It was Roy
coach.
Williams.
Roy Williams was the
Yeah,
coach.
Roy Williams. Roy
Roy
Williams.
Williams was the coach.
That's right. Yeah, but listen. This one's even more impressive. Let's see, hold on, let me find it.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. Back then, uh, this picture came up on my time hop today of me scoring on Darnell Valentine when they were ranked third in the country. The one thing about KU is, no matter what they do in football, they're a basketball school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No matter what they do in football, they're a basketball
yeah,
school.
for sure.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable how good they really were. By the way, I love Coach Brown. By the way, he's amazing. And also, guys,
Oh yeah,
go to YouTube and search the Unpopular Hour. Here, let me pull this up so people can go to it. Go to YouTube, search the Unpopular Hour with Matt Clark. Like, subscribe, hit notifications, and you can go in and you can actually leave us messages or ask questions, or if you can comment about something that Nathan and I are talking about, or you want to ask us questions, you can. And then, of course, after the storm, our OKC Thunder post-game analysis show, and we'll be talking about the Thunder here in just a second. And or as I was talking to a guy the other day, Nathan, he goes, I don't have that YouTube stuff. I go, well, do you know how to go to the internet? Yeah, I can go to the internet. I said, well, you can go to www.mcsportsnetwork.com. He goes, MC Sports Network. I go, mcsportsnetwork.com. And you pull it up, and I said, you can look at and watch any of the previous shows. He goes, oh, that's easy. I go, yeah, that's for the people who don't know about YouTube. But for those of you who do know about YouTube, you can ask Nathan and I any questions that you want to ask us. You can go online and just ask your questions. But I thought that was funny, Nathan. I just bust out laughing.
yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
That is pretty funny. Oh, I was trying to find this Texas roster. I guess it was the later year that I was thinking. But this Texas roster, man, Daniel Gibson, P.J. Tucker, Damian James.
That's
Marcus
that
Aldridge.
Damian James was the guy that Kelvin Sampson. It would have been Damian,
Yes.
Blake Griffin, Steph Curry, and my guy Scotty Reynolds. That was a
Steph
team that
Curry?
OU had coming to. That was OU's team before he got in
They
trouble.
had Steph Curry.
They had Steph Curry, they had Damian James, they had
God, I
Blake
didn't know
Griffin,
that.
and they had Scotty Reynolds. That's who they
Oh,
had
dude,
coming when he got in trouble. When he got kicked
That's,
out, that's who he had coming.
That's the championship team.
That's
right
a
there.
that's a two-time championship team, easy. Yeah.
Oh my God! I didn't realize that
Yes.
Steph Curry was on that team.
Yes, it would have
Oh,
been on
my
that team.
goodness.
Yeah, and because Kelvin was in charge of the texting committee. He's the one that said that he was chairman of the committee, and he got in trouble for doing what he's chairman of. That's what was funny. It's like, Kelvin, what are you doing? And by the way, I love Kel. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Kelvin Sampson, by the
Kelvin
way. Huge fan. Huge
Kelvin
fan.
he's such a good coach.
Oh, man, I really like Kelvin. Like, I tell that
Hey, do
story.
you think Kellen's
Huh?
going to be a good coach? You think
I
Kellen's going to be a
think
good
very
coach?
few kids replace their dads. You look at John Thompson's kids. You look at the guy from DePaul's son, Roy Mercer. What was his name? That coached there forever at DePaul that Mark Aguirre played for. His son took over for him. Ray, God, what is his name? Legendary. He took over. No, I just don't think sons can take over. Scott, Ed, well, then Sean took over for Eddie. And Sean did a pretty decent job coaching, by the way.
That was pretty good.
He did a
Sean's
pretty good
coach.
job.
Sean,
But he also had Coach
Sean's
Dickey.
pretty
He also had Coach Dickey.
that's true.
So, I mean, come on. Come on now. But anyway, yeah, so, but I'm a huge Kelvin fan. I like the man a lot. And, I'll tell you the story off air that I can't say on air that happened one time. So or did I already tell you that story? What happened? If I tell you that story when I was filming him on my show Inside High School Sports when I was doing Coach's
No.
Corner, I'll tell you
No.
off the air. That's something I cannot repeat in public. But yeah, it was still. I'm just like, it's still one of the most. I'm just like, I literally was like, my mouth was wide open, like, oh my God, are you Coach what in the world? What? And he looks over at me, and we were filming him while he was doing what he was doing at practice, and we were like, oh my God, what? Yeah, it was. I mean, it's funny now. I mean, it was funny then, but it was just like, and he looked at me and he goes, "Are you filming?" I was going, "Yeah, Coach, but don't worry about it. It's trash." we went home and got our film and deleted that whole tape. Yeah, it was something I had never seen any coach do that before, but it was funny. Let's do this, Nathan. Let's take a quick break and thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. I want to thank them for, SRB. If you have any needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guy Mark Long up over there. They love to be behind the scenes. And if you have a complex or a building that you're building, they can come down and give you everything and lay it out for you and let you know why it won't flood and keep you all safe and set up. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for computers, software, or website design, they can do it all. In fact, they designed our website. So hit our guy, Russell Williford. And plus, the thing I love about him, Is there something's wrong with your computer? They don't have to come into your office. If it's software related, they can remote in and fix it. And I love the fact they can do that for me all the time. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my boy Jose Fierro up. He is the dude. And of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. Equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, and proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. And in fact, we are at Georgia's Happy Hog today because of YNB. So we want to thank the guys over there. Thank you, Nathan, and your bank for supporting us and having us here at Georgia's. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank at downtown Yukon and see my guy Nathan or Nathan Taylor or Joe Horn or Carson Wright. Any of those guys up there, 401 Elm. And then, of course, YNB Each, which is off the Parkway and 39th Expressway or 66. A YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road in Mustang, Oklahoma. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. Can't miss it. Right there in front of the hospital. And then, of course, YNB Peoples in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located at 4609 Southeast 29th, Dale City, Oklahoma. 670-2424. Call them for more information or to find out exactly where they're located. Monday through Thursday, they're open 9 to 5. Fridays, 9 to 1. Closed on the weekends, probably serving the Middale area since 1982. Now, Nathan, last night, I'll tell you what, in NBA last night, did you see the Ant-Man's dunk last night?
I didn't, man. I didn't get a chance.
Oh, my God. Whew. And then Austin Reeves got dunked on. Austin Reeves got dunked on. And there's a comment. Austin Reeves got dunked on terribly. I mean, it was, oh. And I'll tell y'all fair what we always say to somebody, like, well, you can't say it today's game. But what we would always say to somebody when you do that to somebody, you have a comment you make, and I can't say it on air. But anyway, that's kind of what happened to Austin last night. But the Lakers did take care of business over the Hawks, which, shocking, they should have. But that being said, when you look at the scores and look at what happened last night, the Knicks beat the Warriors, which is what we thought, right?
Yeah.
And we thought that. And then, of course, the Timberwolves beat the Jazz. And that dunk he had last night, dude, it was – in fact, he dislocated his finger. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was one of the – and it was – you know what it reminded me of? Remember when Blake Griffin dunked on – who was that? Was that Gasol? Was that Gasol he dunked on when he really didn't dunk it, but he kind of threw it in?
You're talking about that one where he just kind of threw it in?
Yeah, he kind of threw it in. He didn't really dunk it. Was that Gasol?
Wasn't that Perkins?
No, it wasn't Perkins. It wasn't Perkins.
You sure?
Yeah, it wasn't Perkins. Perkins would have put him in the dirt. It wasn't Perkins. Because he caught whoever it was. I don't think it was Perkins. But anyway, he dunked it so hard, and it was, and they were comparing that dunk to his block shot that won the game when he hit the back of his head on the rim. And I'm like, no, that dunk is nice, but he really didn't dunk it. He threw it in because he jumped just inside the free throw line. He jumped just inside the free throw line to dunk it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, dude. It was one of the nasty. He is unbelievable, dude. He is unbelievable. But anyway, that dunk last night was just absolutely crazy. The Kings took care of business over the Grizzlies, 121-111. So when you look at the standings right now, I tell you what. Well, let's look at today. Well, we look at the standings first. Thunder, of course, are half game ahead of the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. And by the way, they play tonight, Nathan. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, the Nuggets and T-Wolves play tonight. So that's going to be, and of course, the Nuggets lost the other night, and then the T-Wolves, of course, winners of 3 in a row. The Clippers are doing what the Clippers do. Everybody's like, oh, they're just kind of waiting for the playoffs. Like, no, they're not. I'm not waiting for the playoffs.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, man. I'm distracted. You got me watching Blake Griffin dunks.
Yeah. It wasn't Perkins. It wasn't.
One of them was Gasol. I actually had 2 of them over Gasol. but I'm looking for the one you're talking about.
That's the
And I
one of
remember it.
Gasol that he threw it in. He didn't dunk on him. He threw it in.
So this video is listed as top 28 dunks by Blake Griffin, and I'm only at number 3. Oh, and there was one over Serge Ibaka. Oh my God, dude.
I don't think it was
Sorry.
Surge that he dunked on.
I know the one you're talking about. I just can't remember who it was over. Let me.
I thought it was Gasol for some
No,
reason.
it's over. It's over a guy from the Pistons. Who is that?
Andre Drummond? It wasn't Drummond.
No, is it Mozgov? No, it's the Serbian dude. What's his name? Oh no, it was over Perkins, dude. It was over Perkins. It was over Perkins. I promise you. I'm watching it right now.
Was it over Perkins? The one he threw in.
Yeah, it was over. Yeah, so his hand hit the rim, but he didn't actually dunk it. Yeah, it's over Perkins.
It was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Well, anyway, this is where we're sitting. The Clippers are fourth place at 42, and they're 5 games out. Now, this is what's interesting now, Nathan. Because the Clippers.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's up, Drew? Drew, how you doing, man? Hey, Drew.
Fine.
Drew.
Recovering from Kansas City.
Hey, Drew. Whose dunk was Blake Griffin's over? Was it Perkins? It wasn't over Perkins. He thinks it was Perkins. Remember when he threw it in?
Man.
When he threw it in?
Yeah.
I don't think it was Perkins, was it? Remember, because we're talking about Ant-Man's dunk last night. Drew, he hasn't seen it
Yeah, there
yet.
were 2 good ones last night. Ant-Man and then Jalen Brown from dunked on
the Hawks
from the Lakers, pretty nice too.
Yeah, that was pretty. Well, Drew, like I told Nathan, I can't say what we normally call that. You can't really say it on air what you really call that. But anyway, which do you prefer, Ant-Man's dunk or his block?
Always dunk.
But the block was to win the game against the Pacers.
Right. That's true.
That was a game winner. That was just a dunk. So to me, give me the block to win the game in Indiana.
Minnesota's playing a lot better without big shots than I thought they would.
Yeah, they are. They play tonight, so it's going to be interesting. Anyway, you got the Clippers in 4th, the Pelicans in 5th, and they're 1 game apart. But there's only 3.5 games separating 4 through 8.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the Clippers are 5 games back, and the Suns are 8.5 games back. But the Pelicans are the ones that's playing really well, winning 2 in a row. So we'll see.
Quietly.
Yes, quietly. So anyway, in games tonight, you have the T-Wolves and the Nuggets are the only game I really care about. The Mavericks and the Spurs. Yeah, by the way, was that a nasty left-hand jump hook on Kyrie over Joker?
Boy. Yeah. And what's been crazy is he's been fasting for 2 days.
Yes.
In Ramadan.
Yes. That's what's crazy. But you know what? It's the first day that gets you. Once you get past the first day, you know it's almost over because I've fasted before for 3 days. And if that first day, you get past the first day of not eating, then it's okay because you can still drink stuff. You can drink milk and stuff like that. So you can still put some stuff in your body that fills your stomach. But still, it's that first. Whoa, what's going on? What you doing? Where you been hiding at? I'm on air. What you doing? Hey, Drew, they just let anybody here in Georgia's, man. They just let anybody in. Hey, guys, they just let anybody in here. Oh, they just let anybody in. Where you going? Where you been hiding at?
I was just talking to Nathaniel Stark.
Nate Starks. Wait a minute, did he have his gun on? He didn't try to arrest you because he's highway patrolman.
See, he gave me respect because I was catering Chef at Chesapeake and he was guarding Mary Fowler.
Yeah.
And we were standing side by side. I said, man, I was planning to let anybody do
Yeah.
so
Well, he was Mary's body man for a while.
But I was talking to
Or Governor Fowler, I'm
What
sorry.
is y'all's brother's name?
Bobby.
I was talking to Bobby. We was at Wendell Torrance's room, and I seen Boo, Purdy, and what's the name, brother? We got talking about Southeast stuff. Every time I see everybody, I said, man, Matt Clark was right around the corner. I used to play with Matt Clark. Larry Keaton was right there. They go around the corner.
Because that's back when you had your neighborhoods playing against each other. They don't do that no more.
Ben Allen,
Yeah.
You in Monroe,
Hey, I tell you what. Why didn't we ever go play Garden Oaks? Oh, I know why. Because we wanted. I didn't want to get killed.
Y'all
That's
played
why. That's
Harmony?
why we played
Y'all
Harmony.
played
But I
Harmony?
know. But we didn't go. It was we were in Lincoln Terrace, so we would not go over and play Garden Oaks because that's what Louis Armstrong had. But you get shot over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to go play at Harmony. We couldn't play in their neighborhood. In their neighborhood goal because you get shot. That's back in the day, guys. I know y'all don't know nothing about that. Where teams where you had your neighborhood guys, and y'all would go to other neighborhoods and play against each other. Y'all didn't do that in white neighborhoods, did you, Drew?
No.
Nathan, did y'all do that in the white
I'm not-
neighborhoods?
I played
I'm not getting
I went to Kelly Avenue. I did that thing.
Yeah, that's my class.
I'm not getting into that argument with you, Matt.
All right, I'm going. See you later. All right. Y'all like, no, it wasn't no argument. It's just funny to me because, back then, we get in our bikes and, where we have a park. And it had a perfect home plate. And then we had it lined out where you go first, second, third, and you could play football on the field. It was perfect. So we would have all the other neighborhoods come because our neighborhood was kind of blended. That's a good word, right, Drew? Blended neighborhood,
Yeah.
blended.
Yeah.
It's not blended anymore, Drew. It's pretty much all white now. But anyway, it was a blended neighborhood back then, and so we'd have the other neighborhoods. But Garden Oaks was, man, yeah, Drew. Nathan, we didn't go over there, man.
Where was Garden Oaks at?
Right there on 23rd, just east of Martin Luther King. Right there before you get to I-35, the neighborhood right there. That's Garden Oaks. Yeah, we didn't go over there. We didn't go over there, man. No.
Kind of by Old Del Rancho?
Yes. No. Way before that. Just past Martin Luther King. When it was called Eastern then. It wasn't Martin Luther King then. It was called Eastern. But before you get to the highway, it's that neighborhood that's right there between Martin Luther King and the I-35. And so it's west of the Del Rancho. Yeah, it's before you get to I-35. It's right there, man. Yeah, dude, if you were from that hood, good luck on getting out of that hood, man. So we said, hey, we'll play y'all Harmony, we'll play y'all wherever, because that's back when because what's so funny is we all ended up playing together. 4 of us played together for the Rams. But back then, your neighborhoods would play against each other because you had just enough kids. You had like 11 or 12 kids, so you could play football 11 on 11. You could play baseball with 9 kids, and then you could play basketball, of course. So basketball was a sport that we pretty much dominated everybody in. So, we had a pretty good player. But anyway, yo, hey, Willie, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right, see you later. But anyway, Drew, I was going to say this. And Nathan, I'm asking you too. Did you find it, Nathan? Who he dunked on?
Dude, I'm telling you, it was.
Did you find it?
Perkins. I found it online. Yeah, I watched the video.
So it was Perkins.
It was Perkins. In my opinion, yes.
Okay.
It was.
Okay, Drew. I said this is my take. I said that Michael Jordan's the greatest player, Kobe is the most skilled, and LeBron's the best all around. They're trying to say that Kyrie is the most skilled player ever. Do you believe that?
No.
I don't either. Nathan?
Kyrie reminds me a lot of Isaiah Thomas. A
Yes.
lot. That same type of game.
Yep.
I think Isaiah's handle was better, if not just as good.
People don't give him love, and he could shoot it too, just like Kyrie.
Oh, yeah.
He can use either hand, just like Kyrie. But the difference is Isaiah Thomas can play defense. Kyrie plays a little bit of defense, but not like I think he could.
Not like Isaiah.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Nathan?
Yeah, no, I agree with Drew 100%. He's not even close.
Yeah, I just see that. I'm like, Kobe is the most skilled player ever. He had handles. I said, but the difference Kobe is, Kobe's shooting threes with his left hand. He's shooting threes. I don't see them shooting threes.
Larry Bird was highly skilled, too. He just wasn't as athletic as Kobe.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nathan.
Kyrie, is Kyrie better than Steph?
No.
But he's got better. His handles are better. His handles are better.
He's got better handles. Not a whole bunch, though.
Not a whole bunch.
Handles. He just shoots so well that you forget about how good he can dribble.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, I think Kyrie's got it.
Against the Lakers, where he went to the middle of the lane, put it behind his back, between his legs, and shot a three. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, dude, Steph is great.
Steph is great.
Underrated as a handle for sure.
Steph is great, man. I can't say anything about his handles at all.
And here's another thing that I like about Steph versus Kyrie. To me, Kyrie's an idiot, and Steph is just so much more likable.
Okay.
I just,
Okay.
I can't stand Kyrie. I'm sorry.
I I don't know if that dictates like.
Kyrie, if he would have just pulled himself together, could have probably had another ring by now. But he's jumped around so much and been so unlikable and coach killer that he's just not been able to be counted on.
Agreed,
I
100.
think he could runs with some other teams. You can't count on him when it comes down to it.
I agree,
What else
100%.
do you expect from a guy that thinks the Earth's flat?
Well, he doesn't think that
Yeah.
anymore. He doesn't think that anymore. He's changed his thought process on that.
Oh, well,
Did he get on a boat? Figure it
No,
out?
no, he. I think now that he has kids, I think that kind of. You have to be careful on what you say these days, as you know,
Hey, so
Drew.
Matt, I wanted to revisit you guys' conversation earlier. So you were trying to figure out who maybe you would compare Oklahoma State to. I think a good comparison right now is North Carolina State. I think they're playing about
Yeah,
the
but the
same right
thing,
now.
Drew, they didn't have a sustained success over a 20-year period.
Well, back in the 70s and 80s, they
I'm
did.
talking about lately.
No, but they're trying to come back. I guess that's
Okay,
the point I'm trying to make.
okay.
They're trying to get to where they're more relevant, you know. And
Yep.
I think, and then the Kansas Jayhawks won it in '88 at Kemper Arena.
Oh, it was 88. It was 88. Okay, I was thinking about when it was because I know that. Was it 80?
And the Miracles, they were the lowest seed to ever win the championship.
Yeah, because I was like, Danny Manning got there in 83, 84. So that was 85, 84, 85 was the second year. 85, 86,
So
87,
87,
that was the
88
senior year. That was the
It was
senior year.
87, 88
His
season.
senior year. Yeah, his senior year.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I know he got there in 83, 80, or 84, 85. Was it 84, 85, 85, 86, 86, 87, 87, 80? Yeah. Yeah, so it's 85.
78, 73.
Yeah, dude, he the plan that they had for them was just, I mean, Larry Brown just outcoached him. Is what happened. He outcoached Coach Tubbs. OU had a way better team. They beat him 3 times that year. They beat him twice in Kansas. They beat him in the Big 8 tournament, and then they lost to him there. So they had beat him 3 times. And I tell somebody, it's hard to beat somebody 4 times, man.
Yeah.
That's like in football. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times. If you beat them twice in a year, you play them in the playoffs. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times.
It's hard to beat somebody twice.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So.
In football, especially basketball, you can beat them twice just because you got 5 guys. And if your 5 guys are better than their 5 guys, then you probably got to beat them.
Yep.
But in football, you could have a weak link somewhere on the line, or tight end miss the game, or you have a wide receiver drop 3 balls. There's a lot of uncontrollable circumstances in football that get you beat.
Yep. Hey, we're talking about one thing. Have y'all seen that movie? Not movie, but on Apple TV, Dynasty with the Patriots. Have either one of y'all watched that?
I have not.
Dude,
Dallas
have
Cowboys
you,
fan.
Nathan? No, Drew. It has nothing to do with that. You should go watch it.
I
You should go. No, Drew, I'm telling you, go watch. No, go watch it. It's really good. It's.
good?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not a Patriots fan either. But Bill Belichick still didn't answer the question on why he held old boy out in the Super Bowl. He didn't answer it. Malcolm Butler, yeah, didn't answer it. Nobody knows. Malcolm Butler's like, I don't know. And everybody's like, we don't know. We're just asking. Yeah, dude. I'm just saying, if you really want to watch something, and Bill Belichick is sitting up there, you know how he is. You know what I'm saying, Drew? He's And that's why you don't have a damn job. That's why you're not a coach. Right there, because that attitude you
They're
got.
going to bring him on they're going to have him talk on one of the NFL shows next year.
Yeah, but Drew, the whole thing is he's so knowledgeable. Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. And that might help him get a job, but I mean, I wouldn't want to hire him. I just wouldn't want to do it. So, but anyway, I asked you both this question. I don't know how you follow football, Nathan, but Jake, who was it? What's our boy's name that was the quarterback for Baylor that won the Heisman? What's his? RG3 said that Caleb Williams shouldn't go to Chicago. He should boycott. I'm like, why? I mean, I know that your boy Cliff Kingsbury is the coach for the offensive coordinator for the Commanders, but basically the Bears have reloaded for you. You've got Keenan Allen, you've got what's his name, the other wide receiver, DJ Moore. You've got what was the running back from Philadelphia? Oh my God, what's his name? That played at Alabama. You got him. You've got a good offensive line. I don't see why he wouldn't go there. Do you guys know? I mean, why would you not go to the Bears now?
Well, and they're one of the original franchises. They'll fall in love with him.
He's a sharp dude.
Sure.
Well, I don't know how the Chicago people feel about a man with painted fingernails, though.
Yeah, that's true. They'll have to ditch that.
I don't know how they'd feel about their quarterback having painted fingernails. What about you, Nathan? Would that bother you? Your quarterback was a man with painted fingernails?
Yes. No, the fingernail, no, that wouldn't bother me at all. I don't care about any of that. But I just think, to me, Caleb Williams, we'll see, but I think he's going to have an attitude issue. But that's just my opinion.
But he's got a squad though,
he's a
man.
great player. Oh, he's a great player, dude, and he'll. I just hope I hope he doesn't Tyree it in a.
He doesn't seem like that kind of guy to me. What about you, Drew? You think he's that kind of guy?
Well, but,
I don't know. I think he needs to tell his dad, kind of put his dad in his place. His dad runs a lot of stuff for him and kind of puts him in a bad spot before he even gets there.
Yeah, well, his dad's backed
Let me
up.
change it. Maybe John Moran. How about John Moran?
Well, his dad is backed up a lot off of the stuff he was saying too. I think their agent said, "Hey, hey, dude, you need to chill out. Let me do my job. You need to, not be that father." But you know what? To me, it's like these guys today. They want to be they're living their lives through their kids. I mean, look at Archie Manning. Both his kids were number 1 overall picks. Well, for sure. I don't know if Eli. Do we think Eli's going to be a Hall of Famer, Drew? Nathan?
He should be.
I think so.
He beat Tom Brady twice.
Well, he's the only. He'd be the only NFL quarterback with 2 Super Bowls who's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at him, he's got more interceptions than anybody. But he did beat Brady twice. They were undefeated, and
Brett Favre's had a lot of interceptions too, though.
Yeah, but Brett Favre was way better than he was.
You're right.
Way better than he was.
No argument.
I mean, but anyway, I think dads should be like that. But I mean, you got these guys who are living through their kids, and it's like the only dad that I know that has a kid. Well, I know 2 of them. I know Blake Griffin's dad, Tommy. He does his own thing. His kid doesn't. He doesn't live vicariously through his kid. And and I know Ray. Yeah, I know Rayford. And he doesn't live through his son either. I mean, he does do the foundation and help his kid grow his brand, and he does all that while Trey does basketball. He does handle all of that stuff. He does do that. But he's not one of these dads that steps out there and, is all on TV and all. He doesn't. He's a strictly behind the scenes guy. And I think that's what you almost have to be. That's what you almost have to be. Well, LeVar Ball is non-existent, and neither are his boys.
Yeah.
All of his boys are. I mean, I just think it's just bad juju. But okay. Anyway, that's enough for that. Okay, guys. Big 12. The women 7 teams in the tourney. How do you feel about that, Drew?
Yeah, I mean, I think they all deserve it. I mean, they men's and women's both had highly successful years in the Big 12 basketball this year.
Yeah, well, the men had 8.
Women's tournament runs through the SEC, so
yeah, it does.
It doesn't matter.
It does, doesn't it? But Texas is the number 1 seed.
Yep.
They're number 1 overall seed, but yeah, but okay. What is your thought process? Was that what did it tell you when Iowa State beat Houston? I don't think it meant a whole lot. I think it helped Houston.
Houston was missing 2 guys too.
Yeah, but I think it helped Houston, don't you? They hadn't lost in a while. They got blown out. They really got embarrassed. I think Kelvin is going to, knowing Kelvin the way I know Kelvin, he's going to use that, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to use
that. They got a good draw too. Houston got a good draw.
Yeah, they did. And by the way, I'm doing my thing tomorrow. I'm putting if you guys want to give me your deals, you can send your things in to me, and tomorrow I'm going to do email them to me, and I'm going to put up our bracket for tomorrow. Drew, did you talk to him about us doing the show there?
I called him earlier today. I'm gonna call him again here this afternoon when we get off.
Yeah, you may have to just go through there. Or I may have to go through there and see. It was one of my parents. He said that's fine if we wanted to skip a week and do this show. He's okay with that. And he said, "Man, I'll bring the boys." I go, "Yeah, bring." I said, "Bring the boys by there." I said, "It's not Papa." I said, "It's not Papa John's, but they got pretty good pizza there." He owns a bunch of Papa John's franchises, so he could do that, But I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, Kansas, 34 consecutive trips to the NCAA.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
They may lose first round this year.
I think they'll win the first round. They got everybody back. They have everybody back.
I don't
Did you
know.
guys hear?
Their body language was terrible at the Big 12.
Yeah, but they were missing 2 starters, so they wanted to lose. And I think you say that? You tell me that, Drew, didn't you? That you thought they were wanting to
Oh,
lose?
yeah, they mailed it in. They mailed it in.
Oh, no, well, that was Pony Thompson that told me that. That was Pony that said that at the Thunder game. He goes, Matt, he goes, listen, we're all KU fans. We want KU to lose. And I said, what? He goes, dude, why would we want to keep playing? Lose, get healthy, spend a whole week getting healthy, getting everybody back, take some time off, rest your feet, and get ready for the tournament. I go, I guess that makes sense.
A lot of people picking them to lose in the first round.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I picked that. What about you, Nathan? Do you think that?
I think they're going to win.
I do too. I think Drew. I know you don't have them being upset. Go ahead.
No, I don't, but I could.
Going along the lines of what you were saying, Kansas was not. Were they an underdog to Houston or something? One of the teams that played the tournament, Big 12 tournament.
Yes.
An underdog to somebody. That's the first time they've ever been an underdog in the Big 12 tournament.
But that's because they had 2 starters missing.
Isn't it nuts?
But
They
they
were
had,
3-point dogs against Cincinnati.
yep, they had 2 starters missing, and I think even everybody knew Bill was mailing it in. He wasn't trying. He wasn't really trying, Drew. Now, if I'm a KU
Played a lot
fan,
of young guys that day.
hey, if I'm a KU fan and I drove, what did they drive? 30 minutes. If I drove 30 minutes. 30 minutes or 40 minutes, 40 minutes. What is it, 40 minutes, 45? What is it, 40 minutes from Lawrence, Drew?
Yeah,
30
about
minutes?
45.
Yeah. If I drove 45 minutes, I'd be
45
mad.
Lawrence.
I'd be mad. I drove 45 minutes to watch y'all play and y'all just mailed it in. Yeah, I'd be mad. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's.
They're not mad. I think everybody knew what he was doing, Drew. I think we all knew they were going to mail it in. Don't y'all agree?
I do. I think they mailed it in, but they better be careful in the first round.
Yep.
A lot of times you go mail in stuff like that, and you play bad toward the end of the season. And I don't know. It's tough to turn it off and on in a tournament.
Yep.
Like the thing about the tournament is you're playing champion. You're playing a champion in every league. You're not playing a scrub. So even though they may have a lower seed, the team's going to be up to play Kansas.
Yep. Well, how about 3 of the 4 seeds weren't conference champions? 3 of the 4 number 1 seeds weren't conference champions.
Nope.
But that just goes to show you.
Nobody cares about end-of-year tournaments anymore, man.
They really
They
don't.
say they do, but they don't.
Well, if you know your place is already set, then it doesn't matter other than you just winning it. That's because they won the conference championship. All of them did. So they already knew. I mean.
Yeah, all of them won their regular season championship.
Yeah, my deal is this. I think that, back when I played that and we played that kind of stuff meant more to you than it does now. I don't think people care. It's kind of like some of these. It's like when OU beat Alabama. Alabama didn't care about that game. When OU lost to whomever, they didn't care about Boise State. If I'm not in playing for the champion, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in it for them other than just winning, which is what we were about, winning. Kids today, it's just like it's not going to create likes, clicks, or whatever for me getting something. I don't care, and they just don't, and I don't understand that. I mean, I don't like losing. I don't like losing.
No, you're gonna be there. You might as well play to win.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't. Losing has never been fun for me ever. I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't understand that mentality. That's all I know. So, but anyway, let me do this real quick. I forgot to do this earlier. My basketball camp is June 13th and 14th, grades 2nd through 8th, Thursday and Friday from 8 to 12. Here's the URL code up here. You can go ahead and scan it on there. Go ahead and sign up online because we have it now where you can sign up online and do all your stuff and pay for it and everything online. You can do all that now. We only have 20 spots, and 12 of them are already taken from my kids that I train now. So we've got about 8 slots left. And, last year we ended up going to 24, which I don't mind, but I prefer no more than 20. That's just kind of how I look at it, or 25, I guess is where we were at last year, this past Christmas. So, I mean, I will do that, but I prefer 20 is a good number. And so anyway, June 13th and 14th, which is a Thursday and Friday from 8 a.m. to 12. There's the URL code. Please scan it, and that way you can sign up online and take care of those last spots. Drew, I was sitting there talking about tonight you've got the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. Who do you like?
I haven't really looked at the line today. I know that.
Well, I'm just saying. I just mean, who do you like in the game?
Oh, I like Denver. Two are under man.
Well,
Denver coming off a bad loss, too, getting beat at the buzzer. That would still have to sting a little bit. I look for them to rebound.
Yep, Nathan.
I'm gonna go with the T-Wolves.
Oh, you like the T-Wolves?
Yeah, I like the T-Wolves.
Yeah, I saw.
I think the Nuggets.
Hey, so KU's only an 8-point favor over Stanford.
I don't know. I might have to take. I think KU's gonna beat the brakes off of them. That's kind of what I think. That's kind of what I think. But go ahead, Nathan.
I just think. I mean, both the teams are playing well right now. I don't know. I think the T-Wolves. You thought they would have took a little nosedive with Towns going out, but man, they just haven't. And they can defend. Man, they can defend. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Jokic.
What's the T-Wolves record without Big Cat? 3-3, 4-3-4.
4-3, 5-3.
I think it's a little better than that. Let's see, how many games has he been out?
I think he's been out 7 games.
7 games, and so I go back 7 games. They lost to the Kings. They lost to the Clippers. They beat the. Well, okay, yeah, you're right. I guess, yeah, they're probably about 500. Not 500, a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Drew. The Thunder. Do you think they're a legitimate contender for the Big 12? I mean, for the championship, the conference championship appearance?
Do I think they're a legitimate contender to go to the final?
No, to the championship. I don't know if they can beat Denver in 7 games. Not with the way this guy Not with the way this guy coaches. Unless he listens to Nathan Taylor and is going to change the way he coaches. That's not happening.
Yeah, if they avoid the Lakers in the first round. If they avoid the Lakers in the first round, they're a legitimate contender.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I don't trust the Lakers. I don't trust the Lakers, man.
Did you really just say if they beat the Lakers in the first round, they're a contender?
No, he said avoid.
Okay, I think he said beat.
No, he said avoid the Lakers. Avoid
I'm sorry,
the Lakers.
man. Like I think your Lakers are a good team, but
I don't trust them at all, man.
No,
I don't trust the Lakers at all, man. I just don't.
They'll beat Oklahoma City if they play in the first round.
I don't know if they could beat them. I don't know if they could beat them 4 times, Drew. I don't trust them.
They've already beat them 3 times.
I don't trust them. I just don't. Not in every other. I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
I think I'm going to surprise you guys a little bit, but I think I'm going to take Drew's side on this one.
No. I've said that. I said they're a matchup problem, but the Lakers right now are not playing well.
It's not about. They're not, and they're all beat up right now.
Yep. Yeah, I just don't know what they've got to do to make sure they're in the play-in game, which they are right now. But I do believe that Oklahoma City is not going to finish first. I think they're going to finish second or third. I don't think they're going to finish first. I don't think they're going to finish first. I just don't. Because here.
Well, they could finish. They could even finish third. I mean, I doubt they will.
That's what I said. First, second, or third. That's what I said. Okay, because look at this. Here are their numbers, guys. Here are their numbers. I was pulling up I did their stats today, the shooting percentage. SGA is down to 87.5% from the free throw line. He's down almost 4 points from when they started doing the J-Dub thing. He's dropped almost 3.5, 4 points in free throw shooting alone. He's dropped to 30.9 on 3-point. His scoring, he's now down to 30.9. J-Dub is going up in everything. Scoring, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage, I'm increasing his numbers. And SGA's numbers are slowly dwindling down. I'm telling you, man, what they're doing is it's egregious, man. It's just egregious. And then my deal is this. Kendrick Williams, I don't know why he's playing. Aaron Wiggins has dropped. Everybody's numbers are pretty much dropping except Josh's, Dort's, and J-Dub's. Everybody else's Chet's numbers are dropped. Everybody's numbers dropping except those three, and especially J Dubs is the only ones that are improving in everything. And I don't know what the hell the Thunder are thinking. You made this mistake once with Westbrook, and now you're doing it again. I don't get it. I don't get it. Can y'all help me? What the hell J-Dub is bringing the ball up the court at the end of the games? Fuck has he got the ball, excuse my language. Why does he have the ball at the end of his hands bringing the ball up the court at the end of the game? Dribble once off his knee, out of bounds. The other time he lost in a double team out of bounds. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Backup point. I guess they're trying him out as backup point guard.
Well, Nathan seems to think they're trying to prepare him. Nathan thinks they're trying to do what no other team does and prepare somebody else to have the ball in their hands at the end of the game. That's what Nathan thinks. Now, every other NBA team has their guy with the main player with the ball in his hands.
That's why you get 6 fouls in the NBA. Normally, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though, guys. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
if we're going off tradition, is there anything traditional about this with this organization?
I didn't go off no tradition. What tradition?
You said every other team. This team is
every other team currently.
Let me preface this.
Nathan, every team in the NBA that has Nathan, every team in the NBA that has a top 5 player, all NBA, the ball goes through them, except Oklahoma City. So how is that history? That's a fact.
All those other teams you're talking about are trying to win, correct?
I think the Thunder, yes, you're right. Now that might be a good point, but how are the Thunder not trying to win?
Because they're still in development. They're still in development.
I guess they are mentally. You're right. Drew, your thought?
So that's why.
I don't know. I'm kind of relegated not to try to understand what this coach is doing. Who knows? He's to me, maybe he's just experimenting new lineups, and I don't know what he's doing.
Exactly what he's doing. I hate the way he does it, but that's what he's doing.
Okay, but the point is, why are you doing that? You're trying to win the West.
Dude, that's the $1 million question. That's what I'm saying. That's the $1 million question. Why are they doing it? And I don't think anybody knows the answer to that other than Preston. Maybe not even him.
Okay, Drew, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I made this statement to somebody about if Alvin McClendon was alive, would this still happen? He goes, he was alive when they picked Westbrook over Durant. I go, oh yeah, he was, wasn't he? So yeah, I don't think that would have mattered if he was running the team still. I don't know if that would matter. If they would pick J-Dub over SGA the way they're doing.
Who was alive?
Aubrey McClendon.
No, man. Who knows? I doubt it.
That's what my guy told me. He goes, remember, he's the one who was there when they picked Westbrook over Durant. I go, yeah, you're right. He was in charge. You're right. My bad.
Yeah. You talking about McClendon?
Yes.
McClendon was in charge?
Yes. Because remember, they picked Westbrook over Harden. They put Westbrook over Scotty Brooks. They picked Westbrook over Kevin Durant. They picked Westbrook over Ibaka. They picked Westbrook over Reggie Jackson, and they picked Westbrook over Sabonis.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
they picked him over all of them.
Half those things you just said were dumb moves.
No, but what I'm saying is now you're picking J-Dub over SGA, and you're causing players to decide. Because you look at...
Yeah, but Reggie Jackson, I mean, that's a dumb move, dude. He was an idiot. Scott Brooks was not the answer, and I think Kevin Durant would have agreed with it at the same time.
All I'm saying is, okay, what about Ibaka? What about Harden? What about KD? What about Sabonis?
Nah, I said half of them.
You said 2 of them.
Well, you only said 6. I only need one more to be happy.
Okay, pick one.
So, I mean, I think Ibaka probably.
No, you're crazy. Yeah, no, you ain't. That's BS. Come on now. You're trying to make him. Drew.
What you got for Ibaka? You telling me you would make
Drew. He's trying to tell me you want Westbrook over Ibaka.
No.
No. Under no circumstances. No. Give me a guy who plays defense and blocks shots for a guy who doesn't play defense and was about himself and all he wanted was to do what he did and he cost us games and who's not a smart basketball player. Yeah, give me
A
that guy.
top 75 player over a guy that's not even the top.
Okay,
1,000.
he's a top 75 player because of the triple double. And because Westbrook play, I've said this all along. Give me Westbrook until the final for 45 minutes. I don't want him to last. I don't want him anywhere near. I want him to go to the locker room last 3 minutes. I don't want you anywhere.
Last 6 minutes of the game, he goes stand in the
Yeah,
corner.
I don't want you anywhere. I don't want you anywhere near. Go take a shower. I don't want you anywhere near the court.
I don't disagree with that at all. But over a Boston,
Yes, I'm gonna take Ibaka because I'm gonna win a game with him. I'm not. He's not gonna
I'll
cost
take
me a
Ibaka in the
game.
last 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah, he's not gonna cost me a game.
Ibaka's going to win you again.
Yes,
not gonna win
he's
you
gonna
a
block
game.
a shot. He's gonna hit a jump shot. He's not gonna do anything stupid. Yes, he's gonna win me a game.
He's a role player at best.
So what? He's not gonna cost me a game. I'm gonna take a player over a player. I'm gonna take a guy who's not gonna cost me over a game versus a guy who will. Every day, all day.
How many games? How many games did Westbrook win for us? A lot.
Well, he didn't know. He lost way more. Dude, I'm talking about, listen, Nathan, in the history of the game, in the last 2 minutes, he was the worst player in history in turnover to assist ratio. In history. The worst. Why the hell would you want him on the court?
I didn't say I did. I just said
I'm just so, yeah, but no, dude, no, I'm not wanting him over Ibaka. Ibaka's going to block a shot for me. Ibaka's going to hit a mid-range jump shot for me. Russell Westbrook, I don't know what the hell he's going to do.
Maybe.
No, I'm not taking him.
Yeah, but if you don't have nobody to get Ibaka the ball, he can't hit any of that.
I have somebody give him the ball. I had James Harden to get him the ball.
But the text was already gone.
I know, I'm messing with you.
You can't base your decision on that based on
Okay,
the 2 years previous team,
Nathan.
man.
I don't want Westbrook on the court the final 3 to 6 minutes, like Drew said. I don't want him anywhere near the court. So I'm gonna find somebody. Listen, Nathan. I'm gonna find somebody to give me the ball. Get him the ball. Okay. I'm gonna find somebody. I can give me a guard.
Raymond Felton was. Hey, Raymond Felton was on that team.
Yep.
He would have gave him the ball.
He would have gave him the ball.
Yeah, no, if Westbrook would have been on that team, they would have not even made the playoffs.
Oh my God.
They would have.
Oh my
they would have
God.
been in the bottom 5.
Okay, first of all, yeah, without Kevin. Wait a minute. You talking about with or without Kevin Durant?
Without Kevin Durant.
Oh well, no. That's our point. But the bottom line is, without him playing hard, granted, 100%. But he's the reason why we lost. No matter what you say, he's the reason why we lost. Period. He's the reason why we lost. That's why.
Really make you mad?
That's why he does.
Make you mad?
What's that?
Kevin Durant went 2 for 16 in Game 6 against the Warriors.
He went what?
I don't know. He was shot bad. Is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
let me explain it to you. The last 12 shots of the game, Russell had 7, Durant had 5. All of them were jump shots. None of them were layups. Before that, we were going to the basket every single time because I don't know if Drew was with me. I was downstairs. I was
sitting right there.
Yeah, I was downstairs at Jack Daniels, and people were like, "Hey man, what do you think about us driving to the basket?" I go, "I love it because we're going to the basket. Big boy has to come over. He's missing shots, and Roberson was tipping it in. Ibaka was tipping it in on the backside. We were tipping in shots because the big man was moving over."
Forgot Ibaka. You sure it wasn't Perkins?
No, not
Positive.
that. No, it wasn't Perkins. It was Ibaka, and it was Roberson, and who was the other guard we had? Other guard. Who was the other guard we had?
Tabo.
No. It was Roberson was there, not Tabo.
Or was it Dion?
I don't know if it was Deion Waiters. It may have been Waiters. But anyway, we were driving to the basket. He was coming over, and we were tipping the shot
Derek
in.
Fisher.
And then in the last, Derek Fisher maybe. And then in the last 5 minutes, all we did was take jump shots. Kevin took it. Russell took them. And I don't want Russell shooting anything but a layup, and I barely want him to do that because he's one of the worst finishers in the history of the game. He can't finish.
That's the way that team played every single game, though.
All I know is that, Kevin Durant.
It wasn't team basketball, man. It was your turn, my turn, get everybody.
Yeah,
else
but
out.
what I'm saying, Nathan, we went from attacking the basket to shooting jump shots. That's my point.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. But
That's the only thing. That's my only point. It's my only point. I'm not discussing anything but that. What cost us the game
and by the way,
was that.
I was just kidding with you because I agree with you.
Oh, my God. Drew, help me with your boy, man. Drew, help me with your boy, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Help me with your boy. Hey, anything else you guys want to talk about? I got to get out of here. I got to get me some barbecue before I head over to the gym.
Now I'm about to dive into my bracket here and start getting it filled out.
Yeah, and fill out those and send it to me. We'll have
Hey,
them on screen on Thursday, Friday, whatever.
Yep. I'm going to try to get a hold of Joe, too, and see if I can get it lined out.
Yeah, because we may just have to go by there and just walk in there and say, hey, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's not going to care.
No, he's not going to care.
He's not going to care. Who the hell don't want their business promoted?
Yeah.
So I don't think that'd be a problem.
Hey,
What were we saying, Nathan?
I want to go ahead and tell you that in the last, I don't remember what game, who did they play last? The Thunder? I can't even remember. How can I not remember that?
What?
Anyway, the game they played last, I was yelling at J-Dub coming up the floor in the last 2 minutes. I want you to know that. Not for him, against him.
They played the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies.
Didn't play very well at all either.
No. That was, to me, that was a trap game.
At the TV.
That was a trap game for me.
I was yelling at the TV. Why is SGA not bringing the ball?
Because
so
the coach.
I'm on your side on that.
Okay, my deal is, Drew, did you see him have SGA take the ball out and give him the ball?
I didn't catch any NBA. I was dialed in at that Big 12, but I heard about it.
Yeah, dude, the ball was sitting there. SGA looked at him, and he looked at SGA, and SGA just looked at him and was like, oh, okay. And went, took the ball out of bounds, passed it to him, and just ran up the court. He's like, wow, really? Okay. And then, of course, J-Dub turns the ball over immediately, bounces it off his leg, trying to go right. Dude, you can't go right. You can only go left and shoot a fadeaway from 8 feet. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what you have. And then then they double teamed him. I was like, oh, now they double team you. Now you see what it's like to get double teamed instead of SGA getting double teamed and then giving you the ball so you can attack in open spaces. That's the difference. You want to be the man? That's what it takes. Right there, bro. So, but I thought it was funny is when SGA, who was they playing? Was it the Heat or whoever? When he knocked down the shot, then comes down and knocks down who was it? Was it the Heat? Yeah, the Heat. Then he shoots the three, and then comes back and he's standing on the sideline, and J-Dub looks at him and he does. Go ahead, man. You got it. Game over. Already ended the game. I just scored 5 straight. Game's over. Go ahead, man. I just bust out laughing. I bust out laughing at that. I mean, they just do this. It's getting to the point now where it's getting acrimonious to me. So, we'll see. The Thunder are just not very smart. That's all I know. Anything you guys want any comments y'all want to go before we get out of here?
I think I'm good.
You never let me answer earlier. Do you think I think that the Thunder or Western Conference Finals contenders? I think no. Is my answer, by the way.
Well, I mean, I think they have a chance if they, like Drew said, if they avoid the Lakers first round, they can beat everybody else.
I think if the Clippers were healthy, that's going to be a tough
They can beat the Clippers. The Clippers, I don't trust the Clippers in the
they
playoffs.
can.
No, I don't trust. Drew and I neither one trust the Clippers in the playoffs. I think. Let me see. Well, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. If it ended today, the Thunder would be in trouble because I pulled it up today. The Thunder would be in trouble because let me see. Okay, no, listen. It would be the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's number one. Then you'd have do you have the Mavericks?
Look out for Steph Curry in a one-game scenario.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying. So in the 7-8, you'd have the winner of that playing. Well, actually, what you do is the winner of the Lakers and Warriors would have to play the loser of the Suns and the Mavericks. That's who that would be.
You don't have to play the Kings in a play-in. If you have to play the Kings in a play-in game,
no, the Kings.
The Lakers aren't getting that.
No, so this would how it would work.
Well, they'd be due. They're due.
Yeah, you'd have the Timberwolves against the Mavericks winner between the Mavericks and Suns. That's what you'd have. The 4-5 would be the Clippers and the Pelicans. The 3-6 would be the Thunder. If they beat whomever, they play the winner of the Clippers and the Pelicans.
That's good.
And they could beat both of them.
man, you know what? You know what I'm worried about though with the Pelicans is
Zion.
Herb Jones defends SGA probably better than anybody.
Yeah, but SGA still does 30 on him. So.
Thunder have nobody to guard Zion.
No, nobody.
Nobody.
That's what scares me. I don't worry about SGA, somebody guarding him. I don't worry about that. I just don't. He's gonna do what he does. And I think that he'd be efficient. But my problem is with SGA is his numbers are going down. Free throw percentage. His scoring is going down. All of his numbers are going down. 3 points, everything's going down because he's mentally just distraught over what the hell's going on. That's what's happening here. And I've been in this situation, and I'm telling you, when you know that your players, your coach has basically divided the locker room, which they have, and like my deal is this. Drew, answer this. Gordon Hayward, why is he playing 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 20-something minutes? Why is he playing
He's
that
terrible.
many minutes?
Because they drafted him and they thought it was the greatest move ever, and everybody around there patted him on the back. So they thought they made the big move of the trade deadline. He's terrible.
He hadn't played since.
Pat you on the back. Pat you on the back on that. That was a good call, by the way, Drew.
I don't understand it. I'm like, dude, he played 30 minutes against the Pacers. He started. Why is he starting?
Yeah.
He's played 7 games with us and he's starting? How the hell does he deserve that? How does he deserve 30 minutes in a 50-50 game?
To me, maybe they're just giving him every look possible, and then they're going to release him or something.
Well, they're going to release him anyway because they need the money to pay J-Dub, Chet, and Josh.
Yeah. But I guess they're hoping that he can come in the playoffs and give him some sort of help.
That's the only thing you can think is they're giving him experience. That's the only thing you can say. But I'm sorry, in a 50-50 game against the Pacers, you give him 30 minutes against the Pacers?
Yeah. He got used up, too.
Oh, my God. And I like Gordon Hayward. I do. But I'm like, not that much.
I'd have liked him a lot better if he'd hit that half-court shot against Duke.
Nathan, what's wrong with your boy, man? What's wrong with your boy? Why is he bringing that stuff up, Nathan?
He hangs on to things too long.
He's not gonna let it go, is he? He's not gonna let it go, is he? Well, Drew, I tell you this: will you be a fan?
That was one of the worst college games ever, by the way.
Brutal.
It was brutal. But it was a good game. I mean, have they been back since? Has Butler been back?
No. They made the tournament. But
Well,
they haven't even.
Didn't they go to Final Four 2 out of 4 years, 2 out of 3 years or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hayward missed a half-court shot at the buzzer
At the championship game.
Out against Duke
Yep.
to win the national championship.
What did I shout? Yep. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I mean, and then of course their coach ended up being the coach of the Celtics. And what did they do? Get rid of everybody who could. They got rid of everybody because these guys are like, who the hell is this dude? We ain't listening to you. That's exactly what they did. And it's just it's ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you what, I'd rather have.
Then they moved him to the front office.
Dude, I'm gonna say this though right now. Once Dame, he's ridiculous, Drew. Dame Lillard. He's ridiculous, man. I mean, he's unbelievable. So, anyway, all right, guys. Well, hey, let's get out of here, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, Drew, then text me and let me know what Joe says. Because if not,
I'm gonna call him right now.
Because if not, I'll just swing or just text him and say, hey, listen, can we come do our show at your restaurant Thursday and Friday?
Yep.
That's all I got to do. So, all right, brothers, I appreciate that. My guy Nathan Taylor, YNB, and Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks. Go ahead, Drew.
Go Big Red.
Anything you want to throw out there, Nathan, before you go?
Thank Gordon Hayward.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable, bro. Really? That's what you got? Really? That's what you're leaving?
Oh, I don't know. MVP. Is that what you want me to say?
Oh, my God. I'm done. Okay, thank you guys. Thank YNB for sponsoring us to be here today at Georgia's Happy Hog, one of my favorite places. In fact, I'm going to get my hot links and my burnt ends right now that I got left over. So get ready to take care of that and some mac and cheese. That's my deal for today. That being said, everybody have a